Good morning, you guys. I know I've already spoken to you, but I'm coming at you with a little message from the treadmill. Got to get my steps up. Little itchy nose there. So, if you are a solopreneur and you have some concerns or worries that you might be confusing your market right now because you have different angles, you're a multi-dimensional person, you want to talk about a lot of different things, you have a lot of different messages, you have many markets that you might be able to go into, and so you're worried that if you talk about all the different things that it's going to be confusing. And that's a genuine concern because a confused prospect is never going to buy, right? So how do you shift that? And I uploaded a post onto my Facebook. And typically, when we are worried that we are confusing our market, it's because we are confused internally. Now, I think I'm a really good example here because I share when I'm at the gym, which is all the time, and I'm so pumped about it. My fitness journey, food, restaurants, travel, outfits, makeup, family time, hanging out with friends, showing like what we're doing with clients, all that sort of stuff. We talk about working with solopreneurs, consultants, coaches, mentors, expert service providers. And none of that is confusing to me because all of those things line up with how to get paid well by being yourself. So instead of talking it, I'm living it. And that's why it's like, to me, it's not confusing. I know who I am, which brings me to the point. It's like, it doesn't matter what you share and what you post so long as it's things that you genuinely care about, because there's a vibe there, there's energy there. And when you decide who the F you are, there's no... Now, you can also be doing all of those things and sharing, but the intention is to get attention, and underneath it all, you know that you're kind of disconnected to the person that you're showing up as, and the intention is maybe somewhat disempowering, not quite connected, right? So I think I touched on this a bit, but how do you shift that? For me, I come back to deciding who the I am. Because the moment you choose and you do the practices that you know are helpful to you to get into that space, i.e. me going to the gym. Why do I always do videos when I'm here? Because I'm fired up, right? So you've got to understand what are those practices that get you lit and fired up, because that's the space you want to be creating versus not doing those and just turning up for the sake of it. It's very different. And when you show up from this place, which you've all felt on some level, might not be happening right now, but I would go back to the list of practices that help you feel on fire first. But when you start to feel this vibe, you're not questioning yourself, you're not doubting yourself, you don't have discord within you, you're not checking the metrics, you're not checking who's watching, you're just on. And so you decide to have your say and then you post it. That's it. And then you continue on with your day because it doesn't matter what the result is. That is the clarity that you're actually looking for from yourself, and you're not then wondering, oh, how do I do that, and how do I make that happen? When you're thinking how, you haven't yet decided, you haven't done the practices yet, you haven't gotten into the space, and that's when fears and insecurities and doubts come in. And when you start to project that out, you definitely don't get the result, right? So you've got to come back to the practices.